Hi guys, how you doing today? Before we get into the teaching video today, I wanted to share with you another fractured fairy tale before we get into our next step of our plan of your fractured fairy tale, just so that you'd have another example of how a fairy tale could be fractured or broken apart and changed. Again, if we were in the classroom, I would have been spending the last week or so, 2 weeks probably, reading lots and lots of different fairy tales to you. So I wanted to make sure that between what you researched last Wednesday in Get Epic and I'm going to pause because the puppy. Okay, he's being quite the rascal today. He wants to keep getting in to see what I'm doing. Um, so between what you researched on Get Epic, or if you had fairy tales in your home that you were reading, I wanted to just share one more with you. Okay, plus I just love to read to you, as you know. This book is called Curlilocks and the Three Pink Pandas. So think about what you know about Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And this is a fractured fairy tale of, instead of Goldilocks, it's Curlilocks. And instead of the Three Bears, it's Three Pink Pandas. This is told by Yolanda King. Once there was a little girl with super curly hair named Curlilocks. She lived with her family in a tiny town next to the tallest forest. So far it seems like the setting is the same. Saturday was pancake day, and Mom asked Curlilocks to pick blueberries for breakfast. Remember to only pick berries near the fence, warned Mom. A flutter of butterflies kept her company as she picked the berries. When her new friends began flying away, Curlilocks followed them through the forest. So, if we think about what we know about Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Goldilocks is sent to take a basket to her grandmother because grandma is sick, I believe, right? And so as she goes off, she gets distracted and goes into the Three Bears' house. She and the butterflies danced around the triple twisted oak and hopped on rocks across a tiny stream. Once they crossed the stream, Curlilocks looked around. The fence was nowhere in sight. She had gone too far. Which way was home? She wondered. She felt like crying. So unlike Goldilocks, Curlilocks sort of wandered away from home. Goldilocks was sent out on a mission with a warning from her mom to stay on the path and go to Grandma's house. Curlilocks gets distracted on Pancake Day and wanders away from home. Look at this. So we have Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So this is Curlilocks and the Three Pink Pandas. So a little twist in the characters. Setting is the same though. Nearby, in a pretty yellow cottage, lived a family of three pink pandas. There was Papa Panda, Mama Panda, and a wee panda called Pumpkin. That morning, Mama Panda made a steaming pot of oatmeal with maple syrup and ghee. Papa Panda tasted the oatmeal and said, Mama, this oatmeal is fantabulous, but it's too hot. Let's look for ladybugs while the oatmeal cools. That's not different than Goldilocks and the Three Bears. They go out because their porridge is too hot. Oatmeal is a kind of porridge, a kind of warm cereal. Curlilocks noted the pretty yellow cottage just after the pandas walked into the woods. She ran to the cottage door and gave 3 quick knocks. No one answered, but the door swung slowly open. The smell of oatmeal tickled her nose, and Curlilocks quickly forgot Mom's warning not to enter a stranger's house. So there are the 3 pink pandas off to go look for ladybugs. She grabbed a spoon and tasted the big bowl. Oh my, this bowl is too sweet. She tasted the medium bowl and said, oh no, this is too salty. She tasted the little bowl and licked her lips. This is just right. And she ate every bit. sounds exactly the same as Goldilocks and the Three Bears. There's a big bowl of porridge, a middle bowl, and the third one is just right. There's something wrong with the first two. With her tummy full, Goldilocks began exploring the cottage. She passed a large silver mirror and a shelf with three wooden combs. Right, so this is a little different because in Goldilocks and the Three Bears, she sees three chairs. One's too big, one's too soft, and one is just right. So I wonder what's going to be up with these combs. Let's read and find out. She saw that her super curls were super tangled. She tried the biggest comb. Whoa, these teeth are too loose. So think of a comb. Here's the comb. The comb, the teeth of a comb are the parts that go through your hair. She tried the medium comb and she said, ouchie, these teeth are too tight. At last, she tried the little comb and said, this comb is just right. She started untangling her curly locks with such speed and joy that she saw a small wooden comb broken in half. Oh, let's try that again. She didn't see it. I'm going to read that again. She started untangling her curly locks with such speed and joy that the small wooden comb broke in half. She broke it. Ruh-roh. With a happy tummy and curly hair back in place, a sleepy Curlilocks continued exploring. She found the panda's three beds. That's similar to Goldilocks and the Three Bears. One bed was too big, one bed was too hard, and one is just right. Let's see what she says about these. She quickly hopped off of the large bed because it was too scratchy. She slid off the medium bed because those sheets were too silky. She rested on little Panda's bed and said, aha, this bed is just right. And soon she was asleep. Okay, just like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, the pink pandas return home and they see there's been something going on in their home. Sorry for the pause. I didn't think the video was going. When the three pink pandas returned home, they were ravenous. So they left hungry. So if you're ravenous, that means you're full of hunger. Remember that OUS suffix means full of or state of. So if you're full of you're full of hunger, you're ravenous. Papa Panda growled, someone's been eating my oatmeal. Mama Panda fussed, someone's been eating my oatmeal. Pumpkin Panda cried, someone's been eating my oatmeal and they've eaten it all up. Papa Panda looked towards the mirror and saw that the family combs had been moved. Someone's been using my comb, growled Papa Panda. Someone's been using my comb, fussed Mama Panda. Someone's been using my comb and now it's broken. Pumpkin Panda cried. The three pandas were annoyed as they went upstairs. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, said growled Papa Panda. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, fussed Mama Panda. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, cried Pumpkin Panda, and she's still there snoring on my pillow. Just then, Curlilocks woke up, saw the three pink pandas. She let out an eek and hopped out of the bed and dashed for the open door. Curlilocks leaped over the rocks into the stream, zoomed past the triple twisted oak, and ran all the way home. When she calmed down, she told her parents all about the panda's house. Together, they went to apologize to the pink panda family. I'm really sorry for breaking your comb, Curlilocks said to Pumpkin Panda. Curlilocks brought Pumpkin a new comb and helped clean up the bedroom. Then both families enjoyed a breakfast of blueberry pancakes, maple syrup, and ghee. And then I love this because at the end there are some of those big words in there that we might not know. So annoyed, making someone angry. Ghee is a clarified butter and it rhymes with key, so it's a kind of butter. And panda, remember, a member of the bear family, native to China, and ravenous means hungry. All right, so another example of how you might fracture your own fairy tale. This looks very similar to, whoops, to Goldilocks and the Three Bears. We have pandas rather than bears that live in the woods, but it's still the woods. She still does different things in their home. There are three of each. So just another way to fracture or break up that fairy tale. Super fun.